When I left matric in 1989, I think I could only say sawubona in isiZulu. Maybe sawubona unjani. That's where my journey started, in the year 1990, the year that they released Madiba. I was what they call a daily student, so I didn't live in the dormitories close to the university in Pretoria, so I still lived with my parents. So during that time, in the early 90s, my parents decided to enlarge the house at the back, actually to build a rondavel. And so a team moved in of builders, and I think that was one of the first instances over a longer period of time where I heard guys just speaking isiZulu. So there was this one guy building, and his isiZulu was so, he was like the talker of all the bricklayers and the guys who would put the thatch on the roof on this rondavel. And so I couldn't speak isiZulu back then, but I would hear how this guy, this Zulu builder, would speak to the other guys. He would say things like, "Hey, ikhanda lakho liqinile." And so we would ask, so what does it mean, What does that mean? And so they explained it to us. Ikhanda lakho liqinile. And we started memorizing, and I have a couple of brothers, and eventually we imbibed that sentence, and even after the builders had left, we sometimes would use it on one another. Hey, ikhanda lakho liqinile. He also taught us some other sentences in isiZulu that are not so savory to use in isiZulu, but that was the one that stood out. Now, the very interesting thing to me was when I started to study at university, 1990, I started to study the isiZulu language. Well, you expand your vocabulary, you learn new words. This word, qinile, from ikhanda lakho liqinile, featured again in my studies. And the interesting thing was to discover the word in isiZulu for truth, the truth. I was so surprised when I learned that the word for truth had that stem of the word qinile on the inside. The word Iqiniso. And it was so interesting to realize that this word, Iqiniso, had so many different ways in which it was used in the isiZulu language. If you ask somebody, are you sure? Are you sure of what you're saying? Uqinisile na. Uqinisile na. Or if you are not sure, the person would reply by saying, anginaso isiqiniseko salokho. Same word, isiqiniseko. Ukuqinisekisa, to make sure about something. And of course the one qinile, ikhanda lakho liqinile. But what I found most fascinating of it all is that the stem of this word of Iqiniso is the word qin, 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 which means to be hard. It is hard. And so it seems that the AmaZulu people, those who speak the isiZulu language, see a correspondence. There is a similarity between something being extremely hard and being the truth. Okay? Somebody might say the irrefutable truth. You cannot refute it. Or the impenetrable truth. You can try to destroy it from any side. It remains strong. It remains hard. You cannot break the truth. So this word, Iqiniso, I find to be an extremely interesting word in the isiZulu language. Let me hear your thoughts.